Hi, I'm Jun Hamamoto. I'm a volunteer here at J-Sei, and we're doing a pop-up origami class. I teach an origami class at San Quentin State Prison. We're currently on lockdown for the last year, so I've been sending in correspondence origami class. There's a photo of some of my students back here. All of the men in this photo have been served their sentence and been released. So I'm so excited about that. There's a, when we start opening back up again and J-Sei's open, the gallery has a photo exhibit of students from my origami class taken by this amazing photographer, Peter Mertz. So hopefully you can come stop by and take a look at the exhibit. So we're gonna fold this wreath. It's called the Sweetheart Wreath. It's made out of 8 pieces of paper. You can use paper that is colored on one side and plain on the other, or in this case, I used paper that had a design on one side and a solid color on the other. It's, the wreath is in this book called Beautiful Origami Paper Wreaths by Noriko Nagata, and it has every month it has a couple of wreaths to fold. Very nice book. Okay, so let's get started. Take the paper and fold a book fold in half. So from corner to corner. And then have your folded edge up to the top and take the top right corner and fold it to the center like this. You're going to fold 8 units like that. We'll do one more unit. Book fold in half. And then the top right corner goes down to the center. Okay. So now just check your paper and make sure that you have identical pieces. Folded edges on the top, open edge on the bottom, and the diagonal on your right side. So this next step is pretty tricky. We're going to show it in a couple of ways. This is going to put together like this. This piece and this piece, this is the angle it's going to go together. This piece will go inside, but only to this point right here, where the center point. So I'm going to just lay this on top. That's what it's going to look like. But in order to do that, we're going to take the diagonal fold piece and open it up, and take the square end and open it up, and slip the square end, slip this point of the diagonal piece inside the opening on the square end. So open up the diagonal piece, open up the square piece a little bit, put the point of the top paper of the diagonal into the square piece. Let's close it up and push it in as far as it will go. And as far as it will go is right here. Can't go any further with keeping this line at the top straight. So I'll show that again. Open up the diagonal fold a little bit, take the square edge and also open it up and put the back layer of it inside the diagonal and fold it up and push until you can't push anymore. I'm going to also show this flat. This is the diagonal piece. that's folded in half. This is the folded edge here at the top. And this is the piece with the square edge on the left side. So you open it up, put the square piece in to the diagonal piece, and we'll only go up to this intersection here. That's as far as you can go. And then the other thing to keep in mind is to keep the center line going. So you want to keep this center line aligned from one page to the next page. See how this line is continuous? We'll make a mark here. So that way it will align and lock. So the piece with the diagonal line and the piece without the diagonal line. Lay those in, close up the piece with the diagonal, and then close all of the pages. So the next step from here is to, now we have it closed up, we're going to make a fold from this top folded edge here to this bottom open edge. And your landmark is going to be the bottom of this triangle. So right here at the right angle. You won't see that if your flap is out open here. If you close the flap, you'll see that there's a right angle here. So those are the 2 points, those are your landmarks. So you're going to start and radiate this fold from the top here, and it ends here at the right angle. Set that aside and let's do 2 more units. So color side up, fold in half, book fold in half, make sure that this is the folded side, this is the open side. Bring the top right corner down to the middle. Do a second unit. Book fold in half. Folded edge, open edge, top right corner to the center. Now take your 2 units, they're going to go together. Diagonal and the square end are going to go together like this. So, but you need to open up the diagonal fold unit and open up a little bit the unit with the square, and slide this unit with the square inside this first layer of the diagonal here, and then just slide it as far as it will go. Okay. And then you're going to make your fold across this line from this angle to this bottom right angle of the triangle, from here to here. Okay. From here to here. Okay. So we have 2 units here, 2 units. I'm going to continue until you've made 8 units. Guess we can fold one more. Let's fold. one more set. Fold in half, colored side up. Folded edge at the top, bring the top right corner to the bottom open edge, and fold. Put that aside, make another unit, fold in half with the color side up, folded edge up, bring that top right corner to the center. Okay. And then again, we're going to take the diagonal piece and open it a little bit. Take the right angle piece and also open it. Slide the right angle piece in between the two layers of the diagonal and close it up and push together until it won't go any further. Then make your diagonal from this point to this point. Okay, so we'll have 4 units or 8 separate pieces. Let's assemble them now together. And it's the same thing. We're going to take 2 of these units, take the diagonal piece, open it up, and insert the right angle piece. Right angle piece is going inside between those 2 layers. Close that up and scoot it until it won't go any further. And then you're going to make your fold from this point to this point. Actually, you're going to need to bring this down again so there's a right angle here to be your landmark. Okay, so now we've got half of it. We've got 2 more units to put in. Or you could do this one by one. Either way, we're adding 2 units at a time. Open your piece with the diagonal, slightly open your right angle piece, slide it inside between the 2 layers of the diagonal, and scoop them together and do the lock, the long fold across. If you need some glue to hold it together, put a little dab of glue, make sure that it's just on the inside and it doesn't get on the outside. Okay. Now do this next one. And 2 more pieces to go. Okay, so now we've got 6 together. We're going to do the last 2 pieces in. And again, you can do it in pairs like this, or you can do one at a time. So we're going to make sure we have a good diagonal here. Put the right angle square unit inside as far as you can, and then flip this layer up. Okay. One more lock. Open the diagonal in the square unit. This lock here. Okay, so we're almost done. We have all the units together and it's locked in. Use a little bit of glue or tape if you need to The last thing to do is to blunt all the corners. You're going to take and fold each of these corners in to make the heart shape. So just a little fold in to all the corners. Let's see. I'll show it on here. This is your heart. Take each corner and fold it back. Just a little triangle back. Okay. So we do that to all of the corners, and we'll hope this doesn't fall apart when I pick it up, which it might. Okay, now the inner corners, and it's done. It's a pretty fast modular wreath, and you can make it and really any size. I've done it with as small as about 2-inch paper. So you could glue it onto a card, or the 6-inch one, I think would make a nice wreath on your door. Let's see if I can pick this up without it falling apart because I didn't glue it. 8-piece modular Sweetheart Wreath by Noriko Nagata. And here's a smaller version of it. 3-inch paper.